What's up, Internet? You're tuning in episode 59 of Nintendo Noise, Flip Screen Games' weekly Nintendo podcast. I'm your host, Pete and Bessie, joined, as always, by my very good friends and co-hosts, Mr. Chuy Plays.
Hello, hello.
And returning from gallivanting across Europe, Miss Sierra Plus Ultra.
Goodbye, goodbye.
Welcome back, Sierra. Good to have you back.
Thank you. Oh, I felt like I was on the show 2 weeks in a row, and then I was off for 2 weeks in a row. I'm back.
See, it was good though, right? You banked one, right? You're like, I'll do an extra show. You won't even know, right? I'm just gonna sneak off.
Yeah, and then life whisked me away. I'm back.
and the great thing is too, right? Like you came back, so you've got that European connection, and Steve's gone, so it's like hostile American takeover,
right?
But still got a little bit of that, You're still fresh on Europe time, so. Hopefully that's enough to balance us out for our international listeners today. But otherwise, it's American this episode.
America.
I wish I had a soundbite of Steve saying hamburger.
Hamburger.
That is my favorite one. But even though Steve's not here, we've got a jam-packed episode for y'all this week. We are going to have not one, but two very special start screen little tidbit conversations that I'm very excited about. And then in our talking point, we are going to be doing a main topic that Chuy suggested weeks ago that I have been very excited for. I was waiting for Sierra to make it back from Europe, and we are going to recreate the Smash Brothers lineup for Nintendo Switch. So essentially is if the original Smash 64 comes out today, and we have that same game, roster of 10, exclusively with some Switch parameters, what does that roster look like? I've been really eager to do this one for a while, and Steve doesn't give a crap about Smash. So this is just perfect. This is great, all right? So we snuck it in this week, so I'm very excited to jump into it. But before we do, let me remind you that this episode of Nintendo Noise is brought to you by our Patreon producers for the month of September for the very last time. They are Christian Oliveria, Christopher Valens, Gabriel Hasselmeyer, a.k.a. Asobi, Mary Berry, Wakahula, and Zaid Ida. Thank you all so much for your support over on patreon.com/flipscreengames. Y'all the realest of the real, and we appreciate your support of this and our sister shows. Speaking of which, we have a very special episode of the Flip Screen Games podcast going on next week. If you remember when we did our little 1-year anniversary stream when we, announced Sierra coming on full time and Steam Deck podcast and all that stuff, one of the things that we did when we relaunched the Patreon was to have patron suggested main topics be one of those rewards. So we have our first ever patron producer topic next week on Flip Screen Games podcast. We're going to be talking all about our video game collectibles and our collections. So that could be cool, rare games you have in your collection, maybe some special editions, maybe some amiibo, all kinds. Chewy's got these cards, so I'm gonna have to try to rope you in over on that episode if you want to come show them off. All right. What I'm issuing to you, the listener, is the challenge that if you have a really cool collectible, I want to hear about it. So send me a message over on Discord, Twitter, however you want to get in touch. Again, flipscreen.games. You can find the links to all the ways you can get in touch. And send me what is your favorite item from your collection, as well as a picture or a video, if you want to get it shown on the episode. So there you go. And if you want to suggest your own Patreon producer topic, head over to the Patreon. Go become a Patreon producer. You can have me read your name on the air and decide what dumb things we talk about. Very attractive, I think. Head over to flipscreen.games if you want to find links for all the other ways you can get involved that won't cost you a dime. My face is frozen. What happened?
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
What an unfortunate freeze that was, too. I look ridiculous. Hold on. Am I back? I'm back. Okay, everybody.
I get blurry every once in a while here, and I'm just like, camera off, camera on.
I'm just like...
It's back.
It's like the odd Netflix pause, right? When you just get somebody in an extremely just awkward... Anyway, I'm back. Don't worry about it. So, flipscreen.games, that's the website. Links for how you can get involved, how you can write in, all that good stuff. However you choose to show your support or come and hang out with us. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you. So, let's jump into the start screen. This is one I've been wanting to chew on for a bit. This came over from our Nintendo Switch. And there was a post a couple weeks ago now And the question was, if you could only play one Switch game for the rest of your life, what would it be and why? And I think this is a great question, especially for you two, considering you both have at least one like legacy title on the Switch that you play all the time, right? Whether it's Animal Crossing, whether it's Smash, Chewy, I know you play Splatoon all the time. I think for me, not that interesting of a question. I have to think about it a little bit because I don't feel like it's as much of a Sophie's choice for me. But I think for you two, no matter what, you're giving up one of your favorite games, right? Like,
yeah, like it's like asking someone to pick their favorite kid.
I'm struggling with this one.
Pick one or you lose them both.
I know.
The other one go get to live with another friend.
I mean, obviously, I'm between Animal Crossing and Splatoon.
Sure.
And the difficulty here is that, like, Splatoon, I don't know. Do I get both Splatoons? Splatoon 2 and Splatoon 3? Do I need both of them? Probably not.
I would say you pick one, and then you're stuck with that one.
I mean, the other difficulty is also that, like, Splatoon 3 just came out not too long ago, so I'm just like, yeah, I want to keep playing Splatoon 3. This is great. But I did recently, just, like, quietly, on my own, I've been off of Animal Crossing for a while, but lately, I've been logging in again, just, like, here and there, doing some little things, rearranging my entire island, as one does,
little
right?
things,
Yeah, little projects in that game. So I'm playing it again. I'm having a good time. And then there is like the Happy Home Paradise DLC stuff and tons of new things that I'm like still digging into and getting. So it's tough. It's really tough to pick between the both of them right now. But I think I'm gonna have to go with Animal Crossing. I'm gonna have to because I've spent so much money on those dang amiibo cards that
he says in a room surrounded by Animal Crossing swag.
It is.
Tough call, but I'm gonna have to say Animal Crossing.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, like, I have basically the same amount of hours on both games, like Splatoon 2 and Animal Crossing. They're both well into the thousands of hours, so it's a harder choice than it appears.
Chewy's got more hours in the day than you and me, Sierra, I think. I don't know how he does it.
Your secret, Chewy.
I was up at 5.
Depends on it.
I was up at 5:30ish this morning. Went on a walk, listened to some podcast, did my exercises while watching some Splatoon salmon run. So you just fit it in everywhere. That's how you do it.
So the secret is wake up earlier.
Yeah.
I'm screwed.
Yeah, I can't do that one. I'm up all night,
See, that's normally where I would be though too. Like I would prefer if days were like 28 hours, then I could just like stay up for 20 hours straight and then go to sleep for 8. Yeah. I think the extra 4 hours would really do a lot for me.
Dude, like for most of my 20s, I only slept like 5 hours a night, and that was like how I just lived mole man hours. And like I saw this TikTok recently where it's like, oh yeah, like every time you do this consistently for a long time, you're taking like years off your life. And I was like, oh good, great.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Just like not sleeping enough. That like not sleeping close to at least 8 hours a night is just like devastating for you.
That's so funny because I've heard conflicting arguments. I've heard arguments that humans were never supposed to sleep one solid chunk.
True.
Every day.
Yeah.
That we are only supposed to sleep like 2 hours on and then like do shit and then another 2 hours on and then do shit.
That's the way to do it with games too, right? You get your 2 hours and you take a nap, pick up the second game. Just keep gaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, optimally, if it were just me on my own, I would probably switch by not abiding by whatever the normal schedule is. I would just be like, all right, I'm going to be up for 20 hours. I'm going to sleep for 8, and then I'm going to wake up and do it all over again. I'm just going to pretend like the days are 28 hours for me. And I'll be totally okay with like going off of schedule from other people.
Yeah.
So what about you, Sierra? Have you figured out which child you're saving?
Animal Crossing.
Wow.
Because we're
Okay.
gonna play together. Now we
Yeah.
have friends.
Here's the thing, and I was just thinking about it. So with like other games you could play, there's usually like one main storyline, and it's the story starts and it ends, and then there's like post game stuff you can do. But I feel like with Animal Crossing, like the seasons change, like the story kind of continues. I don't know, like
It's everlasting.
I love that it
Mhm.
feels like a life that you live, as opposed to like there being a beginning, middle, and an end. So I enjoy. I missed it. I was gutted because I was so busy in Spain that I missed my birthday in Animal Crossing. I know I could time travel, but I'm
Oh
a purist.
no.
I missed my birthday, and like little things like that, like I look forward to.
Sure.
So
I think Animal
I
Crossing
miss.
is a great answer, right? Like it's I
Mhm.
think it's aside from Splatoon, it's really I think the only Switch like Nintendo game anyway on Switch that like is infinite. I guess Smash as well, but
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
they're all pretty endless, but I think Animal Crossing has like this life to it that just
mhm.
feels like, oh yeah, this is just my daily little thing that I
And like
yeah,
do.
because there is the seasonal change and everything, like you do have content to
Hmm.
look forward to, even if it is stuff you've done before. It's like, well, it's
right,
been
exactly.
8 months since the last time it was winter. There's a novelty to that again, right? Like
Hmm.
Hmm.
that is cool.
It's great the first month, and then it's so snowy. I wish it would melt a little bit.
So when I was thinking about this, I had a couple things that came to mind. Smash was one that I thought about because it is like a game I love to go back to and play like couch co-op a lot, but I don't do that as much as an adult, so it's like I feel like there'd be a lot like my Wii was, where it's like I'm only using it for Smash after a point, and it's like it's sitting dormant for long periods of time. So it's
Hmm.
like, with that in mind, I was trying to think of what are like the single player experiences that I've enjoyed the most, that you get the most replayability out of. And like, I kind of came back between like Breath of the Wild or Fire Emblem Three Houses, because Three Houses I could play, 4 different ways. And like that gives it so much longevity. And that's the kind of game I feel like I
Hmm.
really like playing on Switch the most too, is like a good like it's less the action adventure stuff and more like the tactical stuff, the turn-based stuff. Like I love stuff like that on handheld. Um
Yeah.
so
I I was just talking about on the Discord how I feel like binging some Fire Emblem again.
I
So I'm just
know
like, it's such a good choice.
it's such a good game.
I've been playing Fire Emblem Heroes. It's the mobile game, right? And they added these like some of the designs from Three Hopes, which I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna get that. I'm
Sure.
kind of interested because the designs are actually like pretty cool for the characters, but I'm like, I got my fill of that gameplay, I feel. So
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to go over just yet, but it did get me in the mood of like, I think I'm just going to do another route in Three Houses. I want to do like the little basement kids route where
Yeah.
nobody talks about them and it's totally forgotten, right?
I never did the
Um,
DLC either, right? And like
yeah,
like
yeah,
I
that's exactly it.
I do want to do that. Yeah, I want to hang
Hmm.
out with the cool kids in the basement.
I
Like,
have my Edelgard route split there's a split in that one, and I'm like, oh, I could always just pick up and do that one. But
yeah.
I've got permadeath on, so it's gonna take me another 50 hours to finish half the game. Because permadeath does that to you. Don't play it like me. I just put myself through pain
I remember
is the
us
problem.
talking about that game so much, and you were like, "Yeah, I'm like 90 hours in," and I was like, "Yeah, cool. Where are you? You must be almost be at the end, and you like weren't even like halfway through the game or something." I was like, "Chewy,
Yeah.
how have you done this to yourself?"
I think my one route was like 100 and something hours that I did
Yeah,
in
the
that
the
one.
golden deer one, I think, right? Was
I did Edelgard. I
oh,
want
you
to do
did
the
Black
Golden
Eagle?
Deer.
Okay, yeah. That's the one
Yeah,
you wanted
I
to do,
want
right?
if I picked it up today, I would do either the Golden Deer route or the Basement Kids. That's all I just call them, the
Yeah,
Basement Kids.
that's cool. I respect it. So yeah, and like I said, the other one I thought of was Breath of the Wild, because that's a game I could easily see playing a couple times, and like still finding new things to do and all that. But yeah, I don't know. It's like as much as I think Breath of the Wild is so good, like I think if you asked me to like come up with a candidate for like what a perfect game looks like, that would be probably one of the answers I would gravitate towards, because it really is just such a complete experience. But I can get open world explorative games on other platforms, right? And it's like Fire Emblem really does offer something unique and is so at home on the Switch that I think that's what I would go with. So that's my answer.
No, Fire Emblem just nails it with the tactics gameplay.
It's so good. That game rules.
Yeah, it's awesome.
All right, so our second start screen today is something that Sierra reminded me existed like as we were going live. So if you are on Twitter, you've probably been seeing this trend going around. There is a Pokemon AI generator that you can put in a name and it will generate a Pokemon design for you. So it's over on GitHub. We'll throw a link to it down in the description of the episode if you want to go do it for yourself. But I saw this earlier and I didn't get around to doing it because you had to sign up for an account. And Sierra had done it, so I was like, okay, great, go generate 4 Pokemon for us for the 3 of us and Steve, and we'll just go through these now here on the show because this will be our first time looking at them. So this first one is Sierra's.
All right.
You're gonna send that to Chewy, right?
Yep.
Perfect.
Just a moment.
So Sierra. So what we did was we put in our tags rather than just our regular names because we thought that might be more interesting. So this first one is Sierra, and I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't. It's some kind of. Honestly, it kind of looks like a Digidestin crest or something.
It looks like a sentient being at all. I'm so disappointed.
You want to try putting in your name?
Are you like Aegis / but car wheel version
Yes,
of it?
like that is the vibe. It is. Or like
a steering wheel, right?
it reminds me of like Bronzor or Bronzong, but with no face. Like.
All right, I'm running my full name.
All right. You'll run your full name, and while you do that, we'll pull up the next one here that you sent me. So this next one, this one's me. So this one is Loud Pete, and he's very strange. I can't tell where his face is. Like,
oh my gosh!
Is it the two little eyes at the?
Lad.
It kind of looks like it's like the eyes at the bottom, and then I have like a fake head, but like it has a big mouth on it. I don't know,
like a bear mouth.
Yeah, it has like shades in a mouth going like, ooh.
Yeah, ooh.
I have a new one for me. Should I?
You know what? Why don't you generate the full names for all of us and send me those, and we'll go through those after I go through the tags.
All right, yeah, we'll go in that order.
Yeah,
I like yours though. You're like a cute little rock wall thing.
Yeah, I'm into it.
Wall with legs.
Like,
what Pokemon does it remind me? Like Carkol, kind of.
Kind of.
It makes me think of an ooblet that I found, and I love that about it.
All right, Chewy, this one coming up is yours.
Yeah, here, let me
I'm so
pull.
excited.
NTDO.
Oh man, I look like a Pokemon.
So this one
You look like a Pokemon.
This is the best one so far. This actually looks like a Pokemon.
What is that thing though?
That black mass just like behind it, like it's
my speech bubble. I'm clearly yelling at you.
It looks like he's like spitting ink.
Right, like yeah. It's like
I know what it is. I think I picked up Pete and am throwing him. That's the silhouette of Pete's Pokemon.
My wall.
And when you touched him, he turned into ink, and then you just.
I mean that makes sense, right? Chewy's a squid kid. I buy that.
Yeah, it looks like a Bidoof combined with Nidoking or Nidoqueen to me.
The pose looks very Nidoking, yeah.
And the
Yeah.
mongoose. The mongoose.
Oh,
Oh yeah, Zangoose.
Yeah.
Zangoose, however you say it.
The other one, the brown one. Oh my god.
oh my god,
there's
I know
so
the
many
one you're talking
Pokemon.
about. I can't think of it.
Sun and Moon.
Oh, Young Goose.
Young Goose.
Yes, yes, the one who looks like Donald
Yes.
Trump.
Yeah, that one.
And then he's
Alright.
got like spiky, like Digidestined hair. You know, it looks like an anime
Yeah.
boy.
I love
Right.
it.
Yeah, I'm into it. This one's good. This is a good one.
Yeah. It's a good one. All right.
Last one
based
up.
Off of our tags.
And this is Steve
Steve.
228 UK.
Oh, I can't wait.
Just again, it's just a square. It's like a weird square with a sentient eyeball.
What is that?
Does Steve evolve into you?
Oh,
Maybe.
it does kind of look like, it does kind of look like
the jewel
Sierra's.
The jewel in the middle.
This
that
one
is
looks more
crazy.
alive to me though, because the center looks like an eyeball.
Yeah.
Like it reminds
the
me of
other
like an
one is
unknown
more
almost.
Yeah.
I think this is the Sheikah slate.
It does kind of look like that.
It's kind of Sheikah slatey.
Interesting. Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna go back through and do our full names, but I don't know. I think I know your last name, Chewy. So
Just
let me.
just DM it.
I'll type it to you, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna send them to y'all one at
I
a time,
can't
okay?
with the Steve the Steve one is
Dude,
killing
what
me.
is this so? It's literally just a square.
It's so funny to me because like these are like the least Pokemon looking I've seen of any of the ones I've seen online. I've seen people type in like random ass shit and get things that actually look like Pokemon. Chewy's is the only one that looks like it can actually be a Pokemon.
Yeah.
Mine's definitely a Pokemon.
All right,
I'm pretty sure it's in the new
Square.
game, Scarlet and Violet.
All right. The first one is me.
Okay. All right. Hold on. Let me pull this up.
That's a Neopet.
It does look like a Neopet.
That is
The
100% a Neopet. Those toes are Neopet toes.
It's weird to me too because on the right paw there's 3, but the others only have 2.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's like
Oh my God. What
like-
type do you think it is?
I
think
don't-
it's like fairy and ground.
yeah, I could see fairy. It's just weird because it's like it's a little pink guy with like a fro. Like
What did the internet see when it combed for my name and was like, yes, this is an amalgamation of that.
It is poison type.
Ooh. Oh my God. This one's crazy. Okay. All right. Pete's second one is coming right up.
okay. Oh my god, what the fuck is this? Okay, hold on. Also, sorry for you audio listeners. Skip ahead from this part.
We will describe it. It is like a fucking who's the bad guy from SpongeBob?
Oh,
Oh yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
the Man Ray.
Man Ray.
He looks like
Man
Ray. It's like he's got little goggles and just like a weird stone circle and little feet. Like, why am I a rock type? Why am I exclusively weird stone guys?
Rock types. That's so.
You know what? I think
It's all the
actually,
music.
now that I think about it, I think that Pete means rock. Like Peter,
Oh
I
yeah,
think.
yeah, like
No
Peter,
way.
like
Yeah.
Petros.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that means rock.
Piedra.
Wow,
Mm-hmm.
look at that. You learn something new every day.
That is Rocky.
Oh my God! Yeah, I googled. I believe. I was already googling it. All right.
All right, again, this is all right.
Whoa.
This looks like a guy. Like, this looks like something.
This
Mhm.
one is Chewy's is crazy looking. What the fuck?
What do you got for me?
Oh. I have a face.
Oh
It's-
my god. This
man.
looks like a Digimon. This looks like a fucking Digimon. Look
Yeah,
at this. It's like, so
Digimon
he's
for
like a
sure.
little bear, but he's got like a weird, like,
Black cloak on kind of thing.
yeah, like he looks like a goth cowboy.
You look like you're leaving Comic Con to go rob a bank. And you're also
hmm
a bear.
I decided to wear a Western getup to rob this bank. I'm gonna steal everything on a train. Is what I'm about to do. I tie somebody to the tracks. Super villain.
Oh man, that's really good. I like this one. But again, he looks like a Digimon because I feel like the way to make a Digimon is you draw a regular monster and then put like jorts on him. And like this has that energy of like, why does he have a cowboy hat or like a fedora? I don't even know.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's like a bear skinned a haunch crow and made a outfit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. 100%.
So should I do Steve or Steven?
Do Steven with a PH.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we
Oh my
go.
gosh.
Last one.
Last one. What a ride.
Little games like this on the internet never get old. It's so fun. Thank you
they're
to
so
the
good.
person who made this Lamb doll. Thank you.
Yeah, shout out to
Lamb
Lamb Doll. All right. Oh, it's good.
It's just a little guy.
It's just a little guy.
Is that like that Portlandia episode? I'm just a little guy.
Oh my god, this is great. This looks like Steve. This looks exactly like Steve. Look at his little smile. Again, why is he
It's literally like the first one.
Why is he like a wheel? Does Steven need like a wheel or something? Like, I don't understand.
All right, Steve evolves into himself. It's basically the same thing.
He grows a face. The eye turns into a little face.
A smiley face with a little red dot on the forehead. It's
Yeah?
great.
Okay.
Shoots lasers.
There you go. Well,
It's
that's
laser type.
That's a laser type. That's all of us as Pokemon, everybody.
That was fun. I'm glad we did that.
I love this.
I'm glad we got to share that moment together. That was a good time.
Everybody, please sign in to make a GitHub account. Put your name in or your tag in, and post them in the Discord.
Yes, definitely go post them
100%.
in the Nintendo Noise Discord.
Yeah.
And if we have any particularly good ones, maybe we'll show them next week.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's jump into our talking point for the week. It is time to remake the Smash Brothers roster in 2022. So this is, of course, a massive undertaking. We need to come up with a list of 10 characters, right? If we were 12 characters. If we were making the Smash roster today, Smash 64, and I've come up with some rules, and I want to see if y'all have any others that you can think of. So what I've got is the character must have a game on Switch. The character must be owned by Nintendo. We're not going to do any third parties yet because it's only the first game. And then no more than 2 representatives from the same franchise. Because I believe that's correct, right? And even in Smash 64, the most we had was Mario and Luigi from Mario Brothers, Pikachu and Jigglypuff from Pokemon.
Yeah.
Does that track?
Yeah.
Okay. So I
feel like it should be a Switch game as well. Like, not like, technically you could go to it could be a port. It could be on one of the NES apps or SNES apps. I'd say ignore those. Avoid ports, avoid the retro app collection things.
I agree, because I think it'll be more interesting if we have to go through that parameter, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, list of 12. Now, I think one other thing I thought would be fun is if we decide who are the 4 characters you unlock.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, cool.
Because it's got to be like the 8 base roster and then unlockables.
Exactly. So I've got our list right here. Where do we want to start? Because I feel like there's a couple obvious ones that we could probably just get out of the way, right? I think Mario from Mario Odyssey with Cappy, right? Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Link. Cappy Mario.
So we'll say Cappy Mario. I do have a list here for you YouTube viewers.
Hot Link.
Hot Link, sure. Twink Link. We'll just say Breath of the Wild Link. parentheses hot. I think Zelda from Breath of the Wild
agree.
also a strong candidate, right?
Hot Zelda.
Sure.
But only 2, right?
Yeah, we can only have 2 from Zelda.
All
so if
right.
we do that,
That's
that's our last
Who
rep.
would you do? Who?
Sidon.
Oh.
See, I think
I get it though.
I think he's a good choice if this was like a later cut. Like if we were having to do an expanded roster, I'd be like, yeah, put him in, put the champions in, whatever. But if we're
Right.
only getting 2 Zelda reps, I feel like these are the 2 that make the most sense off the rip.
DLC Pack 1, Sidon for sure.
And we can put him, like I said, I want to do honorable mentions at later on, so we could include him down there,
Right.
and we'll see if we get enough for a melee roster. Okay. And we'll put them on for now, right? We can always make adjustments if we find other characters that we think should make the cut.
I feel like Peach is another safe
You
bet.
think?
Yeah, I mean, to some extent, I guess she is all over Odyssey. Like, there's always like a point where you run into her. She's got a lot of great costumes that I feel like need to be utilized.
I feel like she's underrepresented on Switch to make that choice, though. Because like
That's true.
the first thing I thought was like, well, you put Luigi, right? But like, what's Luigi? I guess Luigi's Mansion 3, he would make the cut technically, so we could have him on that regard.
And he's in Smash. No, I'm just kidding. We're ignoring.
Because again, right? Like Peach, good fighter. But is the Switch connection there enough to justify it? And I think I'd argue Luigi over Peach based on that because he did headline a Switch game.
That's true.
I don't know. What do you
We
think?
can go
What do you
back
think,
to it
Sierra?
too.
I'll make a second thing down here. We'll put maybe babies. You know.
Thing is, like, competitively speaking, like both are really good. Both are really annoying to fight.
I think they'd have new movesets though if it were just Switch era interpretations of them.
Yeah, maybe.
Right. So maybe Peach then. Maybe I'll go Peach with my vote.
Okay. Which do you want to table it for now, Chewy? You said you want to come back to that one.
We can come back to it.
Okay.
Decide between Peach and Luigi.
It sounds like you're the tiebreaker on that, so we'll circle back to that guy. Okay. I think Squid Kid from Splatoon, definite.
Inkling? Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's
for
a
sure.
lock. Right?
Yeah.
2 prominent games on Switch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Inkling, agreed. And I'd probably just leave it at them, honestly.
Yeah, I don't think you need another.
Because they could do like a costume thing pretty easily where it's like Inkling or Octoling, like 4 costumes or Inklings, 4 Octolings.
Right.
Agreed.
Interchangeable enough to do those.
Yeah, I don't think there's another character in that franchise that's like significant enough to take a space right now.
Callie and Marie, maybe.
They could be like a duo.
Yeah.
I'll put them on the maybe babies. We'll put them on the maybe babies. Let's do it.
I like that they're babies.
Callie and Marie. Okay. Gotta get an Animal Crossing rep in there. Who are we thinking?
No.
It's going to be Tom Nook. If in this era, Switch era, I think it'd be Tom Nook. Strictly because he's just like, he's the whole story every step of the way.
Then why isn't he in Smash
you log
yet?
into New Horizons? Because they probably worked on Isabelle while it was like New Leaf height, you know.
I feel like Isabelle has the clout now, though.
That's true. Isabelle's very popular. She's still in New Horizons, but I don't know. I just get the impression with like Tom Nook being so front and center with New Horizons. I don't know.
If we got to vote, I'm siding with Sierra on this one. I think we go Isabelle.
All right.
I think
Isabelle worked.
I think she's got the flavor. Here's the question, though.
Flavor?
We could put Tom Nook over Villager if we want. We could do that. Want to be crazy?
I wouldn't even put Villager. I would put
Villager?
one of the mascots. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would leave it to Tom Nook or Isabelle. Because there's a lot of games on Switch at this point.
I put them both on the maybe babies. We'll circle back because we're already
Alright.
almost halfway through this roster. So
Yeah,
we're gonna have to make some cuts at some point, right? Okay, so what are the other franchises that we feel like are worth getting a rep here? You know, what have been the other big Nintendo Switch games that we want to think about?
I feel like you can't ignore Pokemon at this point.
Has to be on the list.
Pokemon has almost 2 big new generations on the Switch now. So
how do we go about that, right? Because with Pokemon, we have Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. We have Sword and Shield. We have Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, Arceus, and then we have
Scarlet and Violet.
Scarlet and Violet.
Mm-hmm. And like Pokemon Cafe Remix.
Of course, who could forget? Who could forget? So I feel like with this, it's like I think Pikachu remains a safe choice, right? Because we had the Let's Go representation. Obviously, Pikachu's in every Pokemon game. It's the face of the brand. I feel like Pikachu makes sense. And then I think the other rep is usually, right, you pick one of the ones from the modern set of games. So it would either be like the most popular Pokemon from Sword and Shield or the most popular Pokemon from Scarlet Violet. Or I guess Arceus, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, though.
Yeah.
Right? Like, what's the ubiquitous
really hard.
Sword and Shield Pokemon?
I feel like Eevee's almost seen as the next mascot from Pikachu.
You could do that. You could do both of them and not have a modern rep, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if it was like Pokemon Trainer, but you could swap out like 3 evolutions.
Yeah, that would
That's
be
fun.
dope. I'd love that.
We could do that.
Which evolutions?
Or you do Pokemon Trainer and you just use, rather than the Kanto starters, you use some, one
you just throw Pokeballs at the other people. Like, that's it. That's how you fight.
It's really hard to say. I'm looking at Sarah B's list of Gen 8 Pokemon. It's really hard to say if there was like one standout Pokemon that like everyone loves, like how like Lucario made it into Smash.
Right.
Incineroar. I can't. I'm looking at this and I can't really say like, yep. There, besides the starters, there's that one guy that makes sense for a fighter that everyone loves.
Ooh,
Pokeball guy.
Ball guy.
Ball guy.
You know who I think might maybe be a good one is Surfetched.
Oh,
He had real heat when he first dropped, and he's awesome. And he could be a sword boy. We know how much Sakurai loves sword boys, right? Like,
right.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like that one.
It came up in my memories the other day. A meme from when they announced Surfetched, but he was photoshopped as a Surfetched with Donald Duck from Kingdom Hearts hat and weapons.
Love it.
I'm a big fan. Yeah,
4 years ago.
And if it's too tough to think of another Pokemon, I mean, could leave it at Pikachu.
Yeah, I mean, we could always do that too. Or we could also just put Pikachu on the list for now and then circle back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We'll do that for now.
I think it's good to get a pool going so you can cut it down at least.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Pikachu. We are now 6 in. The list as it stands right now for you audio listeners is Cappy Mario, Breath of the Wild Link, hot, Breath of the Wild Zelda, hot, Inkling, Isabelle, and Pikachu.
Those are good so far.
Good list so far. All right. So, I'm trying to look at best-selling Switch games. So far, we've already hit Animal Crossing. We've already hit Mario. We've already hit Zelda. We've hit Pokemon. What else we got? Ring Fit Adventure is in the top 10. Do we put the Ring Fit guy?
Yeah.
I think we put Drago.
No, Drago? You don't even want to have the...
Drago would be like a heavy...
Yeah, that's actually not bad.
We need our heavy villain in there.
I don't hate it. Ooh, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe Bowser is the rep from Mario aside from Luigi or Peach because we don't have any other
Yeah.
heavies.
Yeah,
Okay.
and he's got a good what's the word? He's an Odyssey. He's a big part of Odyssey.
Yeah, he's the main villain, right?
For sure.
That makes
Yeah.
sense. Okay, so I'm adding Bowser to the maybe babies. I'm gonna add the Ring Fit guy, and then Drago. What's his name? Drago? Is it just Drago?
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
it's spelled
EAUX.
Tragau. Yes.
GGAUX? 2 G's?
Nah, just
No.
one.
Okay.
Yeah, when
Got him. Okay. Do they both make it, or do you just pick one? It's a big question.
It's small roster, 12.
Yeah.
I don't know. Eileen Drago.
I think
just Drago.
I think he's better for the sake of the roster.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What a fucking unhinged choice that is. I love it.
That was honestly going to be like one of my picks for like unlockable characters.
We can always bump them down.
Because I feel like I want them to be like kind of deeper cuts for those.
I mean, that makes sense too when you think about it, right? Because like Ness, right, was
the first
deep
game
cut.
was like Captain Falcon, Ness, and I guess Jigglypuff and Luigi, right?
Yeah. Okay, that's pretty good.
So they were interesting.
So then we've got, let's see, we already have Splatoon, Pokemon, Luigi is already on the list. Maybe we got Bowser.
Do we make people angry and bring a Fire Emblem rep in?
100% we do.
Yes.
Maybe even 2. Bowser's Fury is also on this list. It's in the top 15, which I think bumps up Bowser for me as well. Because you could have the like scary giant cat Bowser.
Yes.
Like as a that'd be neat.
Or Fury Bowser.
Yeah.
That just
yeah.
That's cool.
There's some good stuff there.
Okay, yeah, I'm like.
He's rising up the list for me. Okay. Ooh, damn. It's a shame. If we were making a melee list, I would say the Link's Awakening Link as like the Toon Link or Young Link rep would be cool, but probably doesn't make sense.
All right, who's making this? Do we have to include Kirby?
Yes.
What about Samus from Metroid Dread?
Ooh, yeah. Those
Metroid Dread.
Yeah, those are both really good. Kirby and Dread, Samus.
That's a good one.
100%.
Man, that game was so fun.
All right,
I devoured it when it came out.
we're getting down to the wire here. We got 3 more spots on this roster.
Okay.
So, continuing to move down the list, we have Nintendo Switch Sports. We could do a Switch Sports rep.
Sports Mates.
I don't know about
Make
that.
it a Sport Mate. I like it. We don't have our Mii fighters in this.
So there's that. What else we got?
Who would
Fire
you do
Emblem.
for Fire Emblem?
We definitely have to do a Fire Emblem rep. Yeah. I'm just putting Fire Emblem rep for right now because we're going to have to argue about that.
Yeah. I want it to be somebody different because I feel like
Byleth is the easy answer. You just do Byleth and it's a safe choice.
But I also feel like I'm a big Fire Emblem fan. I've never been mad at them having more Fire Emblem characters. I think the thing that's made me most mad of it is that they're usually like the lords, and I'm just like, there are so many other classes that you can go with and actually do like some interesting things with Fire Emblem characters. But so I don't know. I lean like maybe Claude or Hilda. Somebody from the Golden Eagles who's really cool.
Golden Deer. But yes, I agree.
Yeah, Golden Deer. That's the one.
You're speaking my language. But we'll table that one for right now because I think that's a big conversation. There's also Paper Mario. We could consider that.
Oh, yeah.
That could be a rep.
We already have a Mario rep, but Bobby from Paper Mario. Everybody would love that.
Bobby.
Okay, there's Yoshi's Crafted World, so we could include Yoshi.
Yoshi Crappy World.
Yashi.
Damn, savage.
Oh no, I love it. It's a donkey quote.
Yeah.
It's a good game.
We got Arms. I'm the only one who likes that game, so I'm gonna guess
No,
that they don't make it.
Min-Min. Someone else, please.
Twintel. It's got to be Twintel for this one.
Yes. No, Min-Min.
I actually like playing as Min Min in Smash.
And then there's also a Xenoblade 3 rep that we could include.
Xenoblade. I'd go with Senna.
And then Pikmin is also on this list. Okay. Captain Toad. That's a remake. Okay. All right. I've hit the top 50 now. We've gone through the top 50 here. I think that's
all right.
I think that's unless we could Astral Chain. We could do that.
Okay, here's who I want as my deep cut
and Wario
unlockable character in this Smash game. I want it to be a duo character, and it's going to be Snip and Clip from Snipper Clips.
Snipper Clips. Oh my god, I forgot about that game.
Yep.
Okay.
One of the early 2017 releases of the Switch. I want that to be
I
a little.
That too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Snip and Clip. Okay. All right. Any other ones from the list that you two had before we sat down that we want to get on our maybe babies before we cleanse this list?
I think I'm good.
No.
Who you
what's
got?
that
You got
face, Sierra? What are you thinking about?
Yeah, you
over
got
there?
somebody.
A lot of my suggestions would be good DLC, so we can just I'll
You
throw
save
them
them for the honorable mentions?
Send it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oh.
I mean, hey, if she throws one out and you're compelled, Chewy, we can always adjust, right? Until the end of the episode, it's still in progress.
I'd love it to be a Smash game with just weird characters. Say they ignore the mascots and just
Drago's already on this list, Chewy.
Drago's great. Drago is the
annoying.
lead of Ring Fit.
So our current list, we have Cappy Mario, Breath of the Wild Link, hot. Breath of the Wild Zelda, hot. Inkling, Isabelle, Pikachu, Drago, Kirby, Dread Samus. And then on our list of maybe babies, we have Luigi, Peach, Callie and Marie, Villager, Tom Nook, Pokemon Trainer, Sirfetch'd, Bowser, Ring Fit Guy, Sportsmate, Fire Emblem Rep, Paper Mario, Bobby, Yoshi, Twintel from ARMS, a character from Xenoblade 3, which we'll have to figure out, Pikmin 3 rep, an Astral Chain rep, Wario, or Snip and Clip is the list we have right now.
That's so many.
Yeah. We only have 3 spots left.
Okay.
So it's time to get choosy. And again, we can always cut people, right? If we just we don't have to have 2 reps from every game. We could cut Zelda if we want, we can have that conversation.
I'm leaning toward not going with any of the characters who are already from a game that's represented and going with
only single reps.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. What do you think, Sierra?
Fair.
Okay. So we're going to cut Zelda then.
Oh, poor Zelda.
I know. It's not a great pick. You hate to do it.
Too bad.
All right, well, we'll do it. So now we got 4 to play with.
Okay. Okay, so who in our, leftovers right now already has a rep? I think we got to cut those.
Okay, well, hold on. I'm going to move them down to honorable mentions.
Honorables.
So we got Zelda, and then we've got Luigi and Peach, Callie and Marie, Villager, Tom Nook, Pokemon Trainer, Sirfetch'd, Bowser, Ring Fit Guy, all cut and go to honorable mentions. So now our maybe babies are Sportsmate, a Fire Emblem rep, Paper Mario. We'll get rid of Bobby.
Goodbye, Bobby.
We got
Damn it, Bobby.
We got.
Damn it, Bobby! I just want a dang hot dog.
I was thinking about this the other day. I think I might get a tattoo of Bobby Hill doing the horns.
Yeah.
I think I might have to do that.
Dope.
Yeah.
Do it.
So Fire Emblem rep, Paper Mario, Yoshi, Twintel from ARMS. I'm just gonna change this from ARMS to Twintel. Xenoblade.
From the game nobody knows. ARMS.
Look. All right, I'm not going to say that everybody knows ARMS, but I love ARMS, and I'm out
It's
here.
fun.
I'm out here to
I'll
argue
play.
for it. Um,
We can do an ARMS stream one
dude,
day.
I would love to do that with you. Let's do that 100%. Okay, so Xenoblade 3. Let's decide who these reps are. Right?
Okay.
Who from Xenoblade 3 makes the cut?
I really like Senna. You know, tiny girl, big hammer. What's not to like?
That is
That's a good
a
name.
trope I appreciate. Tiny person wields giant weapon.
I think Uni's pretty popular for her sass.
Uni is, I think, the best character. Yeah, probably.
But Senna makes me think of Star Wars Episode 1 whenever she says, yippee.
Yeah, but
Anakin
like,
used to say that all the time.
but come on, like you know that Uni, like
Uni
oh,
would be really fun.
like
It's
all of her
true.
lines in the overworld would be such good like character dialogue in Smash.
Yeah. It's true. It's
Hmm.
true.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think you could also
Yeah.
go. You could also go with like Mio or what's his name,
Noah.
Noah. But that's like the easy answer. I feel like,
I feel like Uni's overall more popular.
all right, I'm in, Chewy.
She's
Let's make
probably
this
the most
happen.
popular there. I do really like Uni.
Okay. And then from Pikmin 3.
That's a port.
Oh, that is a port. Oh my god,
port.
you're right. Pikmin's gone.
We need Pikmin 4 to come out so we can
Right.
make this.
Gone. Done. Okay. I'm gonna cut Astral Chain. None of us have played it, and I don't like Platinum.
Yeah.
All right, hell yeah.
Agreed.
Thank you for endorsing this. Okay, so so now we're down to Sportsmate, Fire Emblem Rep, Paper Mario, Yoshi, Twintel, Uni, Wario, and Snip and Clip. Oh. Wario? Technically a Mario
Is
character?
that 2 Mario? I think that's 2 Mario.
Okay, we cut him.
I think Yoshi's even 2 Mario.
Yeah, we cut him. Okay, we cut him.
Oh man, me realizing Donkey Kong doesn't have a game on the Switch either.
Ah,
That's
So you know what?
wild.
Now that I think about it, if you count Yoshi as being like 2 Mario, Mario technically had 3 reps in the first game, huh?
mm.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. So 4 spots. We're down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 characters.
Okay, that's not too bad. So we just have to cut 2.
I say if we're trying to just get spicy about it and talk about who we should cut, like I'm thinking you cut Sportsmate and Snip and Clip. Because they are the two.
Not
they're-
Snip and Clip.
They are the two, I think, of those games, they're the least memorable.
But that's is that not Ness?
Yeah.
calling. Okay.
Yeah.
I just love. I think it was Seth Macy from like IGN who was like, I wrote the most. This is him, but he said he wrote like the most hard drive article that wasn't on hard drive, where it was like huge Mother fan playing Earthbound for the first time.
Yeah.
Or something.
Okay, so I actually just cut Paper Mario as well because I forgot he's also on that list. So it's
Sweet.
actually we only have to cut 1 now. 1, 2,
Okay.
3, 4,
Who are the 5 left?
and we need to decide who our Fire Emblem rep is.
Okay.
So let's decide that first. Which 3 houses character are we going with? If you're trying to just do it for the culture and pick Claude, and like I'm here for that,
I mean, I like Claude. Claude's cool.
I feel like Edelgard is the most popular of the 3, and
She is.
I know who that is, and I didn't even play the game yet.
And we also
That's true.
literally only have 2 women on the list.
I like Edelgard.
Oh,
I like Edelgard because she's an axe user. It brings something different to the Lord class.
She's a bad guy too. So there's that.
Wait,
yeah, I
what?
said it. Yeah, I said that. Black Eagles fans, what's up? She's a fascist. Just because she's your wife, doesn't mean she's not a monster.
she's good. You
All right.
have to be there for her.
We'll go with Edelgard. I think
like Edelgard.
I think she's probably the most interesting choice because she's got a big axe too. I guess Claude's cool because he does the range thing, but like I don't know. That's a whole other thing. You save the range characters for melee.
I like
Okay.
Edelgard. I like that choice.
So who do we cut then? Cut the Sportsmate,
so-
right?
Who are the 5?
The ones we got left are Sportsmate, Edelgard, Twintel, Uni, and Snip and Clip. I think you cut the
I'd cut
Sportsmate,
Sportsmate.
right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Cut Sportsmate.
What do you think, Sierra?
I don't have an opinion because I didn't play either one, so I trust y'all.
All right. We'll cut the Sportsmate.
It's just Switch Sports, but it makes you play
It's
for
just
too
memes, but
many hours.
with weirder
to keep up.
faces. It's fine. We don't need them.
I like them better. They got cute outfits on that game. That's what kept me going
All right.
for too long.
So now we got Edelgard, Twintel. Okay, so now we have a ton of women in the game. This is good.
Yeah,
Nice.
woman moment.
And then Snip and Clip.
Rectifying
All right, so now
our history.
we have 12. We have 12 now, and they are Cappy Mario, Breath of the Wild Link, Hot, Inkling, Isabelle, Pikachu, Drago, Kirby, Dread Samus, Edelgard, Twintel, Uni, and Snip and Clip.
I love it.
It's a fucking weird, unhinged list. I'm about it.
I love it.
I love it.
Some of these
Good.
are so normal, and then some of them are fucking ridiculous. And I love it. I love that we picked
That's
Uni.
great. I'm really glad that Snip and Clip are in it because they're just so different from everything.
I think they're a good fit for that reason too, right? Like they're like
Right.
they fit that like Game and Watch like esque kind of
Yeah.
character of like this is a wacky choice. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now before we go, we got to decide who are our unlockable characters. And I feel like you pick the weird
Are we not
characters.
at 12 already?
No, we're at 12, but we have to pick which 4 are unlockable.
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah, I think it's got to be the weird ones.
Like I feel like you go with like Snip and Clip. They're like the Jigglypuff. You get them first. Maybe Drago?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
I think
He's
Drago.
weird.
hmm I feel like Edelgard could be one of
Yeah.
those where
Yeah.
it's like cool, kind of edgy pick. It gives me the Captain Falcon vibes of the bunch.
I feel that way about Edelgard, Twintel, and Uni. I think any of them would be good for that. So maybe we do Edelgard and Uni? Because like ARMS was like a
Yeah.
launch title, and you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
It's probably more obscure than either of those games, but I stand by that rationale. Does it make sense? Maybe not, but that's fine. So the final list, we got Cappy Mario, Breath of the Wild Link, Hot, Inkling, Isabelle, Pikachu, Drago as one of our unlockable characters, Kirby, Dread Samus, Edelgard as one of our unlockable characters, Twintel, Uni as one of our unlockable characters, and Snip and Clip as one of our unlockable characters. I gotta say, gang, I'm happy with this list.
I would play this
I would play this
right
game.
now.
I think it's good. I'm into it. I stand by this list. So, who else we got on your honorable mentions list? Who are the weird characters you had for DLC, Sierra?
Waluigi.
Nice.
Monty Mole.
Oh,
Rivali,
Monty Mole is great.
Love
Yeah.
it. Love it.
Rivali, Sidon. Lucario, Hisuian, Zoroark.
Who was
I'm
the
just-
second
I'm
one?
just-
Lucario who?
Lucario and Hisuian, Zoroark.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah.
reading off
That one
everything
was
I've
popular.
written down.
That's a really good one.
Flick. One of the Emmys. from Dread, I don't know
Oh,
which
that's
one.
good.
Oh.
That's a really good one.
And Kraid. And that's all I got.
Who's Kraid?
Kraid is from Dread, but also I think a classic Metroid
Mhm.
villain.
Oh, Kraid. Yeah. With the
Yeah.
belly button and everything. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
belly
Familiar with his
button
work.
guy.
He was in Smash.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's in that one stage. I know. I'm aware.
Did you all see that like sequence break for getting
Yeah,
yeah, pretty cool.
I didn't see it.
There's there's a sequence break where you can get one of the items in Dread early, and you can one shot kill Kraid with a bomb, just shooting him right in his belly button. It's awesome.
Yeah,
Sick.
Very cool.
Yeah.
it's awesome.
Did you have any other ones, Chewy?
Um, I don't know. I think I'd go with like Tetraminos.
Tetris.
Tetris
Okay.
99 Tetraminos.
Tetris 99. Okay.
Yeah, those weird ones.
All right.
Um,
Anything else?
Not that I can think of. I think we got a good list of like
Yeah.
maybe babies.
I'm
that
happy with
would
this.
be
Yeah.
solid.
We're well on our way to a melee here, you know?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Awesome. All right, gang. Well, thank you guys for joining us here on a very, very silly episode of Nintendo Noise. If you want to write in with the characters you want to see on your Dream Smash 64 on Nintendo Switch roster, definitely let us know. And don't forget to send us in your weird AI Pokemon to the Discord. And also, for next week's Flip Screen Games, to send in your favorite collectible in your video game collection. Whether that's a cool, rare game you have, a cool piece of memorabilia, whatever it is, I'd love to hear about it and how you got it, why you love it, and give me a picture or video or something if you want to see it in the show. All right. And, of course, remember, flipscreen.games. That's the website. You'll find links to all the places you can find us everywhere, including our sister shows, including our Twitch channel, including our Patreon. Wherever you go, however you show your support, we appreciate you for tuning into this week's episode of Nintendo Noise. For the crew, I've been Pete. She's been Sierra. He's been Chewy. We'll see you next week.